Our first leitmotif is that of the ring. Even though the ring has 4 different motifs, this one is the most well known. It is called the history of the ring, and it also musically represents the history of the ring. The mystical sound is given by the diminished minor chord upon which the melody is built. In contrast to the mystical sound of the ring, which is triggered by diminished minor harmonies, the sound of the elves of Rivendell is represented by an augmented major chord, evoking a similar mystical flair, but with a certain benign grace. The Shire leitmotif resembles warmth and sunshine due to its joyful, light-hearted nature, a perfect fit for the hardy hobbits and their beautiful homeland. It invites the viewer to fall in love with Middle-earth so much that one fears the impending destruction of these blossoming fields. This motif is that of the Fellowship of the Ring. Like the Fellowship itself, the Fellowship leitmotif is built up piecemeal in the first part of the trilogy and then shattered into shards. It is receptive and compassionate, but at the same time steely and unaffected, a theme meant for a benevolent and unwavering mission. The music of Rohan is steeped in Nordic influences. It is most often heard in a regal and robust sound for medium brass, although Howard Shore often uses a hadenga fiddle to represent the more fragile, rural side of this culture. The pure fourth at the beginning of the melody introduces a glorious leitmotif which, expressed through this minor harmony, is largely past its glory days. The Lothlorien leitmotif is similarly mystical to that of the elves of Rivendell, but with a darker touch. Lothlorien is a land of mystery, which is musically represented by a wailing female choir, monochord, nave flutes and sarangi. It is based on a macromeas, an Arabic scale similar in structure to the Phrygian scale used in the West. What you hear here is the 5/4 time pattern of Saruman and Isengard. The prominent semitone step of the Isengard leitmotif contrasts with the heroic whole-tone step of the Fellowship leitmotif. The next one is Gandalfs Farewells. It's probably one of the most heartbreaking leitmotifs and accompanies the audience after the fall of Gandalf in the first part of the trilogy. If you want to know more about this motif, I've already done a complete analysis, which you can find here. Howard Shore uses this motif to represent Sauron, yet it also represents the effect of the ring on the world. The Mordor Sauron leitmotif is built on a harmonic minor scale, which is meant to recall the ancient ages of Middle-earth. In stark contrast to this stands the realm of Gondor leitmotif, which is characterized by the opening jump of a fifth. It is expressed through clear brass melodies that represent the glory and power of this people. The Ringwraiths have the most ritualistic leitmotif within the Mordor themes. Although occasionally purely instrumental, the leitmotif is mainly choral and sounds like a gathering storm of musical forces. In The Return of the King, this is also expressed musically as the power of the Ringwraiths increases, also the music does this. The descending third motif blends with the Ringwraiths and creates the power of Mordor motif. The next one is called Nature's Reclamation and expresses the power and influence of nature in Middle-earth. It supports important moments in the films, such as the March of the Ents or the attack of Rohan's horsemen in the Battle of Gondor. It stands for the good in the world and supports those who fight for it. Fittingly, the Grey Havens represent the completion of the music of Middle-earth. It is built on C major and F major harmonies, which, though thus 4 gimmicks, allow for a sad yet fond farewell to the trilogy. However, it is not only a leitmotif, but it is also processed as the last of the credit songs, composed separately for each part. It's wonderful. What is your favorite motif from The Lord of the Rings? Let me know in the comments and feel free to leave a like or a subscription if you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor and feed the algorithm a bit with those kind of stuff. I hope you had a nice day. See ya!